Listen, if you look at Christianity, how did Christians become Christians? They were disciples. But when they lived a life that is Christ-like, people saw them and said, these ones are Christians.
Okay,
if people are not able to testify that this is your religion, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, you haven't done enough of it.
That's why I go back. That's why I say it's a personal thing. They say church is people. You understand? It's the way you carry yourself. It's in the Bible, the two major commandments of God are one, love thy God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and personal. And the second one, which is according to Jesus himself, love your neighbor as yourself. So for me, I'm sick because I know them. I know people that can go to church Monday to Sunday, but their hearts are full of dirt. I'm not judging anybody.
No, I understand.
So what I'm saying, that's why I say it's a personal. That's why I'm looking at it, that it is the person. You understand?
Well, no, but there must be.
It's the way you carry yourself.
Just like you're saying right now, going to church doesn't even make you a Christian.
Of course not.
So it's all about if people around you cannot testify, and testifying doesn't mean, we see him carrying a Bible.
And that's because
testifying is saying this guy lives the kind of life that is different.
It's a personal decision that he has made.
That's what I'm saying. No, but you see the reason I said I slightly disagree is because you see a lot of people who will do all the most horrible things. And they tell you I'm a Christian. Christianity is a personal thing. No, if the people around you cannot testify.
I don't mean it that way. I mean, what I mean by it's a personal choice and it's what you do in your own life. It's they say the measure of a man's character is what a man or woman does when they think nobody's looking. That's a measure of one's character.
Yeah.
Do you
That's how come I know Femi so well.
Well, I don't know.
What do I do by when people are looking at?
Sir Charles? It's my personal opinion.
This argument, this conversation you guys are having is actually rubbing me the wrong way.
How?
Because it's
how?
Yeah, I mean, this is not. I'm not getting at you, Shegun. It's nothing personal, but I just don't like to hear, when Christians condemn themselves. I don't think I've ever heard a Muslim say that the worst people I know are Muslims.
No, we don't say that.
I don't think I've heard that before.
We don't say that.
But does it mean that it's
I'm not. That's why I said it's not about you, because I've heard this thing many times before.
Because it's true.
Where Christians always have a go at each other. And I'm thinking that,
especially sex,
which is why, how many people can say anything derogatory about a Muslim in this country? You can't. You cannot.
That's
but when it comes to Christianity, everybody has a go.
Yeah, maybe
because that's why.
Very careful.
Expressive.
Be very, very
careful.
I don't know.
It's a bit more expressive. That's why I chose that word.
Very careful. Yes, be very careful.
No, but, for me, because I'm talking about what I know, because and I don't want to be patronizing by saying, and it's true. Some of my best friends are Muslim, and they're wonderful people. Do you understand?
We know.
That's it.
But it goes both ways.
But I'm talking about what I know, because I go to church. I don't go to a mosque. I go to church and I see what I see, and I know people that when they are talking, they can quote Bible. They are always in church. They are always.
Yeah, but I'm also very sure.
Church, I'm telling you what I know, Sha.
I know. It's a personally, I know, but I'm also sure that in Femi's mosque, there are people who can quote the Quran back to back, but are still not good people.
We're always good.
Let me give you
but you're not going to find them.
You probably don't go to them.
Saying
this is where they're discussing such issues.
No, but we're on radio here.
We're good. We're good people.
Just go to politics. Name the top 10 embezzlers or people who have mismanaged funds, of people who have been so unaccountable to Nigerians. You see Muslims and Christians.
Of course, it's that way. That's it.
So it means
that's international now.
Exactly. I'm just saying that for Christians, we're always quick to
give ourselves out,
bashing each other. I
won't say that.
Consistently. And
I won't say
remember,
that.
I wanted to stone.
I don't know.
We wanted to stone Stephen.
Exactly.
Because I know, at least I have a basic knowledge of my religion, and in my religion we have the Pharisees and the Sadducees who set themselves up to above all else, but they were the most hypocritical of the hypocrites.
No,
I don't know.
More of the Pharisees.
But the our mejeji. The Sadducees and Pharisees, they're all the same. Same child of the same mother. You understand? So I cannot comment on any other religion. You understand? Animists, Ifa worshipper, whatever, Buddhists, I can't.
But you can talk about both Man United and Chelsea at the same time.
Maguire time. That's got something that's Maguire time.
It was Meno time.
Harry Maguire. It was Maguire, no? Maguire took.
Meno scored the Coco goal that joined everything.
It's who scored the winning goal.
No, it's not. It was
because if they would have gone to penalties.
Yes, but at least that gave us hope. And then Maguire, put the eyes.
Maguire did it.
Fantastic. But between you and I was watching that game, and because at 2-0 was like, okay, I don't trust these boys. And of course, I started watching second half, and they started dropping deeper, and considered 2 stupid goals within 5-10 minutes, whatever. Then they got a man sent over. It's okay, hope rising in injury time, and promptly considered 2 stupid goals again, making it. And at that time, I just wanted to put up TV and go to bed. So somebody just said, "Let me just be looking so that I could come here this morning and abuse all those players."
Not the coach.
Coach said, "No. I will never, not this season. Amorim is untouchable. You cannot legislate for Luke Shaw dangling a lazy leg."
I can because he picked Luke Shaw.
Okay, I had no choice. Mazraoui was injured. What do you mean he picked Luke Shaw? Do you know United scored? If we're going to talk, let's talk about facts. The squad is threadbare. Who else would they play?
So the question I keep asking is, David Moyes went to Everton. Is Everton doing worse before he came or better? He's doing better since he came.
With basically the same players that were there when he was there, and they played the same system.
Not there. He wasn't there. He's not been there for 20 years.
Femi, you know what? Okay, you're right.
I'm not arguing with you. All I'm saying, I'm not arguing with you now. I'm stating my point. That a manager comes into a team. A manager comes into a team to improve the team. This manager comes inside, has not improved the team yet.
Based on what players?
Based on what players? Because I don't remember Victor Pereira signing any players.
But Wolves play a certain style. They already played the 3-4-3, and Wolves have better players than United.
How?
What do you mean? Cunha. I can't.
Cunha is better than Bruno.
Oh boy, Cunha is has been more effective than Bruno. They are better players.
Okay.
Wolves squad is basically Everton squad is better.
Then by United.
Yes.
These
boys are very poor. Look
Ha!
at even the goal scorers yesterday.
Ha!
Two midfielders and 2 defenders. Now he score. Maguire. What's his name?
Everton will not get striker.
Who's
Everton?
Beto. What will be Beto?
Beto was an outcast.
But is he not a striker by definition?
What's Hoyland?
I beg.
Season has come to an end. Yeah. So next season, the manager will be there. He will get his own players. Then we shall see. Let's just leave it.
Exactly.
Let's leave it.
The voice of reason, please. Be training your boy before he comes on there. I beg.
Next season we'll find another story.
Or whatever. Until then, now.
Let's move on.
This one, greetings, King. There's no doubt this is the most versatile sports show on Lagos Radio. Today we start with morning devotion. Wale says Charles is very right. They are wicked Muslims. Oga, hold your side, though. No, nobody asked you. Focus on the one that is your own. No.
Femi,
but you will never hear me. No. They will say that we can. No. But we Christians, stick to you, Christians. That's why I'll start the conversation. But we Christians, now we go first condemn. Now, do you hear any of us complaining about our own people?
But we are talking about you.
You cannot talk about
Nigerians.
Do you know us?
Yes.
Are you practicing us?
Yes.
No.
Do you know my Muslim name?
Stay your listen. Musbah.
Hey, Kelvin, how now? Morning. How you doing? Congo, fantastic game yesterday. Crazy game,
Fantastic game. He lost 2-0. He just threw away 2 goals for nothing.
Oh boy, but we scored 3 in injury time. 3 goals. Oh boy, we qualified. I beg.
2 goals for nothing. So why you cannot keep winning this? Keep it clean and win that game.
Oh boy, Kelvin won the game.
Don't frustrate everybody. Put everybody for hypertension for nothing. 2 goals, threw it away just like that. Fantastic, Jerry.
Scored 2 and conceded 4. At home.
All right, the news round.
All right, let's start out with stories. Rugby and shooting events will not feature the 22nd National Sports Festival holding in Ogun State in the second week of May 2025. The National Council confirmed this week. The council also ruled that subsequent festivals will be held between November and May.
The Nigerian Handball Federation has announced the final squads for the Women's Trophy zonal phase in the under-18 and under-20 categories. The teams coached by Agbola Shitu and Coach John have been training at Roe Park in Lagos in preparation for the tournament.
Rafa Nadal will be honored in a ceremony at this year's French Open, says tournament director Amelie Mauresmo. The Spanish great who retired in November won 14 of his 22 Grand Slam titles at Roland Garros.
Still with tennis, Serena Williams says she would have been banned for 20 years and had some of her Grand Slam titles taken away if she had committed the same anti-doping offense as men's world number one Yannick Sinner. Italy's Sinner, 23, is serving a 3-month doping ban after reaching a settlement with the World Anti-Doping Agency in WADA over 2 positive tests last year.
Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell has asserted that his appointment was based purely on merit, not through any external influence. The French-born tactician was named head coach of the 3-time African champions following the departure of interim boss Austin Eguavon.
Head coach Aliou Zubeiru has selected first-choice goalkeeper Ifeanyi Hakot, defender and captain Daniel Bemeyi, midfielder Suleiman Alabi Jojo, and forward Barobo Arieri among a squad of 24 for this year's Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations taking place in Egypt. The 7-time African champions and 2-time World Cup runners-up will depart the shores of Nigeria for Egypt on Sunday, where they are expected to play a couple of friendly matches before their opening match of the competition against Tunisia in Cairo on Thursday, the 1st of May.
President of Senegalese Football Federation and former CAF Vice President Augustin Senghor has launched an attack on what he describes as Morocco's growing dominance over African football. Senghor's remarks come in the wake of his exclusion from the FIFA Council, where he garnered only 13 of 53 votes in the March to 12 2025 elections.
Football fans in China were outraged by Zhejiang FC's decision to go ahead with a league match hours after the death of their Gabon international striker Aaron Bopenja. The match, which ended 2-2, was played in a somber atmosphere, with none of the club's other foreign players taking the field.
Manchester United dragged their season out of the ashes in quite extraordinary fashion as they scored twice in the final minute of extra time to complete a staggering comeback with a 4-2 down against 10-man Lyon at Old Trafford. United appeared to be heading out of the competition in the worst possible manner as they tossed away a 2-goal lead in the space of 7 minutes before conceding twice in extra time.
Dominic Solanke's first-half penalty kept Tottenham Hotspur's season alive as they defeated Eintracht Frankfurt to reach the semi-finals of Europa League. Tottenham wasted several chances to take control of during the tie. During a 1-1 draw in the first leg last week, but in Frankfurt, Ange Postecoglou's side spent large spells without the ball and under pressure.
Well, Chelsea booked their place in the Europa League semi-finals despite a disappointing defeat at home to Legia Warsaw in the second leg of their last 8 tie.
Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has signed a new contract. His deal had been set to expire at the end of the season, but has joined Mo Salah in extending his stay with the club.
A 2-year contract extension worth £400,000 a week. Unbelievable.
400,000.
400.
It's worth it.
Unbelievable.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Goodness me.
It's worth it. It's been excellent for Liverpool. It's been excellent.
Before, not now.
It's been excellent up till now.
Excellent, no.
Who are we talking about?
Van Dijk.
It's been excellent.
No, not recent. For 400.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Okay.
Got in January 2018. Been a fantastic servant for them. I think both players are excellent. They've been integral to everything they do.
I think that he's gone past his prime. 400 is a lot of money now.
No, it is.
And I hope that when the regret comes, they will understand how to deal with it.
And I think Yannick Sinner has really got away, not with murder, but...
I was surprised when I saw the thing happen twice. It's a different case if it happened once.
He's got away with murder.
But when it was once, I felt like a mistake. But when I saw it second time, I'm like, how do you make the same mistake twice?
Twice, exactly.
And you still get away with just...
He's got away with murder. Even Djokovic was very upset. Most tennis players were quite upset with it.
3 months?
That's not even a slap on the wrist, a slap on the finger.
That's a pat on the back.
Pat on the back. God bless you. A pat on the back. My son,
And then the 3 months now landed periods where there's no Grand Slam.
You understand? So no,
it's not losing any Grand Slam points.
Not good enough at all. It's okay when they do them like that.
As well.
When they do them like that.
Well, I think Senghor and the rest of West Africa really should buckle up and stop complaining about the North Africans. It's not a huge surprise to many people that Morocco is in the finals of the Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. It's not a huge surprise that Morocco have invested extremely and, very wisely in facilities. And that's the major reason why CAF will always resort to, West African nations hosting major events. North African nations hosting major events. North Africa being the go-to, for all of the meetings and all the whatnots, because the rest of the continent is just laying on their backs and not doing what is necessary to grow the game of football. The likes of Senghor, who got 13 votes out of 53, should suck it up and do better next time.
I kind of disagree with you, though. I think this has been rumbling for the last, we're in 2025, 2013. I was hanging out with, what's his name? He'll come back to me anyway. The Arsenal vice chairman. What's his name? David Dean, yeah. When I was going to see him, I kind of met all the honchos, and the Moroccans were up and coming then. It's a long-term plan for them. I agree. I have no problem with their facilities, with their hosting competition, but I think they're beginning to wield undue influence in CAF. It's been coming. It's from the time of Ahmad, the influence was there. It's been coming, and now it's becoming insufferable.
How?
I don't know. That's why I said they are wielding undue influence in CAF.
Undue?
Yes,
undue? How is it undue?
It's undue because, they're shunting out our own people.
It's a voting process.
A man lost by a vote.
Yeah. It's a voting. It's a voting process.
But people put pressure on the people that vote.
It's called lobbying.
Whatever. It's undue influence.
It's called lobbying.
How lobbying?
Lobbying is undue influence.
Even Amadou and Senghor lobbied to get their votes.
Yes.
So it's about who lobbies the best.
Yes. But Morocco has more influence.
How?
No, I think undue is not the word.
Exactly. Influence, yes. Everybody has influence.
Everybody has influence.
Undue is my word.
If you were from North Africa, you'd be saying, we play the game.
But I'm not.
Are they playing within the rules?
In Lagos.
Are they playing within the rules? Yes.
What are the rules?
The rules here is contest for a position. Mm-hmm. If you win, you're good.
I stick by my word of undue influence.
Number one, I'm not
saying what they're doing is wrong.
We mentioned what they've done on the field, which is good. They've not won stuff, but they've done great things. Men and women's football.
Where's the Under-17 tournament taking place now?
My memory doesn't serve me.
It's somewhere in North. I think Egypt or thereabout. No,
is it not Morocco?
But somewhere in North Africa.
Let us check. The women's AFCON, where is it?
Morocco.
The men's AFCON, where is it?
Morocco.
Okay.
So your point is what exactly?
My point is undue influence.
No, but that's not like the one that was the name did Côte d'Ivoire did. Is it their fault? Côte d'Ivoire said no now. Yeah. They gave it to you. It was in your hand.
That's one that's being hosted. Under 20 is being hosted in Egypt.
No matter how many representatives you have in the CAF executive committee, there's nothing that you can do that further improves the game in the region that you represent.
Who's the Secretary General?
Because the whole idea of the CAF Executive Committee, which also is the role of FIFA, is to improve the game of football for FIFA worldwide and for Africa within the continent. So it can't be that we have more North Africans in the Executive Committee and football in North Africa is way better than it is in West Africa. It doesn't work like that.
Who's the Secretary General of CAF?
Veron Masengo Omba.
Where's he from?
I think it's from Central African Republic. Let me just get his country just to be sure.
Okay.
So again, it just shows that everyone is just.
If you check, he has a Moroccan passport. No, but I'm not complaining. Which concern me, do you understand? They have the fact. I mean, I'd love to go for a competition there, maybe AFCON in December, whatever. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
I think
definitely, Maguire is winning the Ballon d'Or for sure. Actually, worked out for it. I think he's winning the Ballon d'Or this year. And also,
who did you say is winning the Ballon d'Or?
Harry Maguire.
Guy, be serious now.
Oh God, you just a week.
I think after United, it looks like they might win this Europa, but Spurs are more desperate. I think they want it more than them, and I think they've beaten Man United, if I'm not mistaken, already. I think 3 times. So I think that guy knows that if he doesn't win that Europa, he's gone. So he's going to die there. If nobody saw it from yesterday, I think that they were going to keep clean sheet, Spurs clean sheet. So for me, I think for that final, I think Spurs are winning it. And for Arsenal, it will still end in tears. It will end in tears. That Champions League, they no go see and carry. You sure to die. See, PSG. Today, PSG is winning the Champions League. But that said so for my papa, PSG.
All right.
And I say it will be.
Okay. Arsenal fans will be binding you and casting you out, but it's okay. But just comment on the games in Europa yesterday. Bodo Glimt. In the semi-finals, amazing. Lost to Lazio 3-1. Prevailed on penalties. Absolutely. The township, 50,000 people. Not the stadium capacity of a town. That's absolutely amazing stuff. Going up against Spurs. On paper, it looks easy for Spurs, but it's going to be tough 2 legs. United up against Atletico Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao. I think will be Bilbao our favourites because the final is in their dome, is their backyard.
But that doesn't make them favourites.
No, they're favourites. They're better. They're a better team.
Have they won this tournament?
That's not the issue. Did you not see what happened yesterday?
No, but it doesn't matter.
No, it matters. United were dreadful. As Kelvin said,
so
United
because Arsenal has beaten Real Madrid, Arsenal are not favourites to win the Champions League?
No, it's 50-50 against PSG.
So why is it not 50-50 against?
I think because I believe that Atletico are a better team. But not that Man U fan. If we win, we win. You understand, And even then, as the caller said, if we get through, I'm not even looking beyond the semis. If we get, I think Spurs has a 60-40 against Bodo Glimt. But United Spurs in the final, then that one is a game, that one now fights. 2 desperate teams. So
has United lost a game in this competition?
None. They're the only unbeaten side in Europe.
So how are they not favourites?
They're not favourites because I think Atletico is a better team. But I'm hoping against hope that they can come through. But then I must give flowers to Lyon. A man down and the scoop still went 2 goals up. Yeah, unfortunately conspired to throw it away. Because the man advantage now told at the end. And that Menu's goal. Classic. Fantastic goal. Brilliant fight back from United.
All right. With the Spurs issue, I really think Spurs are being... And I don't know why they haven't learned a lesson. But I do believe that Spurs are being unfair to Postecoglou. In the media, there's so much talk about who's the possible replacement for the man.
Disrespectful.
While he's still struggling to find form in the Premier League, doing well in Europa. If he wins the tournament, then what happens?
It's going to stay.
If I were him, I'll still go. If I win, then I'll leave.
I agree with you. I agree with you totally.
What's the point?
I agree with you totally.
But then if you look, the flip hand side of it, Spurs has lost 17 times.
But if they win the Europa, it's the same thing like Arsenal. If they win Champions League,
it covers for everything.
Covers everything, and you just move on.
The Holy Grail,
just move on. In club, Bruno has
8 Premier League goals.
Yes. Has 5 in the Europa League.
It has 15 in total.
It has 16. He has 16 goals.
How many Premier League goals does Cunha have?
Cunha has 14.
14 goals?
Yes.
How many in the Premier League?
14, that's it.
14 Premier League goals?
Yes.
I rest my case.
No, you don't rest your case. You're not correct now. And
he said how many goals has he scored? How many goals has he scored?
No, but you now narrowed it.
The man has more goals than Cunha.
Because what is the most important competition?
Assist.
Come on.
What is the most
important? The job of Bruno is assist. And Bruno has more assists.
Okay. 14 Premier League goals. Okay.
But this guy has over
it's
20
right. It's
now.
Okay now. It's
all right, let me take.
It's okay. It's all right.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good. This is Miracle calling from Aja.
Sorry?
Miracle calling from
Oh, Miracle, that's a lovely name. Amen to your name.
Mr. Shegun, Mr. Sharks, Mr. Femi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. The issue of fasting that you mentioned earlier, to me, I think fasting is not a requirement. And you show like fasting, I don't think you need to publicize it or tell somebody that you are fasting.
Exactly.
That is my take on it. Then I want to ask Mr. Shegun this question. Because Benin Republic beats Nigeria, does that mean that Benin Republic has a better player than Nigeria? What do you think? Because I don't believe with you saying that Everton and Wolverhampton have better players than Manchester United. Though they may have team cohesion presently.
Miracle, God bless you for what you just said. They may not necessarily.
Manchester United have better players than Everton and Wolverhampton.
But Everton and Wolves could be considered to be better teams, yeah? So, yeah, that's about it. You can be a good player, but you don't fit in, or you don't pull your weight. So, at the end of you are just good in your own pocket. It's what you do on the field. We're talking about Pastor called in Alaska and said how we threw away 3-goal lead. How is that the coaches? Garnacho had a brilliant chance to clear chance to make it 3-0. He threw it away.
Good morning, great and concrete men of the zone. Amorim was the one that bought Doggo. That boy is more you than all the left backs.
He's more useless.
He's 20.
We shall be here next season.
Says 20. Look at it. Says 20.
18.
How old is Lamine Yamal?
Kubasi is even 18.
Lamine Yamal, I have it on good authority. He's cutting his age.
We shall be here next season when Amorim buys more flops. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Man United is too big for Amorim.
We shall see.
This says, good morning, Sports Zone. Ademola from Shasha. He says, on a lighter note, my rant this morning is we don't want Kalde again. He will come and intimate idle chat. Immediately we start Sports Zone. Bring us... All right, thank you. Shagun goes, among Muslims, they say that Christians don't criticize themselves publicly. Among Christians, they say that Muslims don't criticize themselves publicly. I just laugh at all of you.
I said we
no, but this is a wrong statement. It's a wrong statement.
How do you know?
It is a wrong statement.
How do you know?
Muslims don't criticize themselves.
They don't say far.
They don't say that.
Come on there. It's not possible.
Let's see. Good morning, gentlemen of sports. And I suspect Kaude turns on the phone when he leaves. Good result for Man United. Turns off the phone when he leaves. Good result for Man United. Chelsea has been terrible the last few games. Sir Charles, that Chelsea code needs to go. Chelsea is worse than Man United. Benga.
I don't think Maresca is going to last the season.
Good idea next year.
I don't think so.
Because of what? Because of what?
If they don't finish in the top 5, I think he'll go. If Chelsea doesn't finish in the top 5. Although, okay, they win this.
So if Chelsea wins the Conference League and doesn't finish in the top 5, then he should go.
No, I'm just saying they don't. Okay, when they win the conference, that qualifies them for
Europa.
Okay. If Chelsea doesn't finish in top,
the plan for Maresca is to finish in a Champions League place. That's the plan.
And if he doesn't,
then what?
They're going to sack him.
Who told you that?
You want to bet?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good. And this is a manager.
Your own manager doesn't finish anywhere near any continental thing. Cannot win Europa, and you say that he should stay.
He will stay. He will stay. That's my own manager. That's why, because your own team spent £2 billion on players in the last 3 years. So let's Kiri. That's what I see.
Okay. Let me go back to messages. This says, good morning, guys. Fortune from a better meta. Kelvin, in as much as we are angry as United fans, we still qualified. I have seen a team with 2 man down and 1 in March. So let's celebrate next season. We will be great, I promise.
Amen.
Maru from Agege says, good morning, Sports on Crew. We are first human before religion classifiers. My likeness for the active one is natural and not because of his religion. Let's put humanity first.
Mm-hmm. I hear you, Maru. God bless you.
Who's the active one?
Who else?
You know, it's sponsored message.
Who comes to this show the most? Who is most present in this studio?
Is that about who comes?
Monday.
Person where they go class the most. Now they carry first.
Yes. Yes, because they take notes. Yes.
I beg you.
That's how you say it. They come eight.
I beg you.
Come eight.
I beg you.
I beg you.
They come class.
From 20. God, they shout.
I beg you.
What a game yesterday. Please, I have a question for Uncle Shegun. I would like to know his opinion on Garnacho's stinginess in the game. To me, he made Hoyland look bad yesterday. Bassi from Ikorodu.
Bassi, Gobler, we were talking about off-field. Garnacho was terrible yesterday. He could have killed him at 2-0. First 2 minutes of the first half, through on goal, he flops his lines.
Does Garnacho not start every game?
The coach should bench him.
Who starts him on every game?
I think a lack of options.
A lack of options.
Who is he going to play?
What do you mean who's he going to play? Don't you have a team sheet?
This boy, even this will be Matthew Buffer, is not on the Europa squad. There's nobody.
So find a way. When Tottenham Hotspur had 11 players on the injury list,
they still found players.
Postecoglou found a way to bring a starting 11.
And how did they find a way yesterday? Dallo scores. Who scored the first goal? Ugarte, defensive midfielder. Dallo, defender. Meno, midfielder. Who scores the winning goal?
No, but Bruno scored now. You're removing Bruno from
Bruno did not score.
No, even if a defender scores, so
exactly.
So
PSG, when PSG scored, was it a defender that scored?
In spite of
what I'm saying is that he plays Garnacho because he knows what the player brings to the team.
He doesn't bring anything. He's too selfish and juvenile.
How do you know he's not playing to instruction?
He's not playing. How can anybody say not to pass to your teammate or to fluff one-on-one? Is that what kind of demonic?
That's a Copa ball winner. Copa America.
Copa America winner. 2 minutes. I beg you.
Man United fans shouting comeback on social media. Maybe we don't know waiting the comeback again. No, Man United, was that a comeback? Like he's winning a game you almost bottled up, also called a comeback.
Oh, guys, a comeback
with all the numerical advantage.
Whatever, 3 goals in 6 minutes.
How is it a comeback when you were leading?
It's a comeback because we're 4-2
down. You were leading.
We're 4-2 down in the second half of extra time. That's a comeback. That's a very edification.
But you were leading. You were leading
at a time we're 4-2 down in injury time. 4-2, and we see them play penalties. We kill the game off. That's scoring 3 goals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. That's a comeback.
Professor Tunde for Victoria Island. This Real Madrid team has really disappointed me. They really struggled in the first leg. They're 2 days old though. I went through the weekly wages being given to the likes of Mbappe, Vini Jr., Rodrigo Bellingham, and I felt like their weekly wages should be slashed, most especially when their performance in big games is so terrible.
Vini has been poor this season, though. Just flattering to see.
Casemiro was my man of the match. That penalty and the assist to Maino and Lord Maguire. Glory, glory, Man United. Our enemies were ready to feast on us, but God passed them owing from Finland.
God bless. I was thinking of you.
You're not ashamed of yourself. He's Liverpool dragging it. Malik Ola in Egbeda says, I enjoy listening to the show every weekday. I just want to say Chelsea is making me angry. Imagine they couldn't win their second leg game at home. I don't even want them to make top 4 again. Then they make me vex. Happy Good Friday.
Top five now.
Promise from Jackon. He says, sometimes it is always good to listen to the coaches and players speak after a game. With that, criticism and eulogies can be properly placed. As though unfairly criticizing Bruno Fernandes isn't enough, Mr. Shegun will always take it to the extent of comparing Bruno to players who cannot even lace his boots. The funny thing is that those Mr. Shegun has criticized have turned out to prove him wrong, while those he has praised and advocated for are letting us down, i.e. Onana, Bruno, Eguavon, Finidi, just to mention a few. As for United, kudos to the team for showing the character needed to get past Lyon after unwittingly giving away a comfortable position from a 2-0 lead, thereby setting themselves for a fantastic finish to the season. Okay,
you provide me a clip where I praise Onana, but as for Finidi and Eguavon, I'm a lifetime supporter of those guys and advocates, man. So now I stand with them forever and a day.
In England, the Championship plays how many matches? They play, I think it's about 46 games a season, so they have to play a lot more matches. Bayoshola, I hope that answers your question. This year says, is there a possibility of 3 English teams winning the European trophies? Arsenal, United, Chelsea, Olawale.
There is Olawale, funny enough.
There's
a possibility that Spurs and United could meet in the final. They're on different semi-final tracks.
God, do not let that happen.
Chelsea are favourites in the
Conference League. But they have Fiorentina.
And Arsenal and PSG is 50-50 for me. Can happen.
Good morning, Sports Zone crew. Shout out to the Eagle, Shagwag Bede. Congratulations to Man United, Tottenham, and Arsenal. Blackwell, Ama.
Abio, yeah. Latter stages, yeah. They deserve that 5th spot, though. Well deserved.
Cool. Mr. Charles, I hope Enzo isn't suffering from Sean Dyche syndrome. Or his game setup and substitution goes up and down like yo-yo. Hopefully we play in UCL next season. Have a lovely weekend.
Okay, is it Sean Dyche or this my guy? The guy from City, what's his name? Cole Palmer. He hasn't scored in 15 games.
Yeah, but he's had assists. I think about 2 assists in his last 3.
Yeah, but he's not scored in 15 games.
Yeah.
It's worrisome. It's worrisome.
It's the coach's fault, I mean.
Sorry? No, that's not the coach's fault. Of course, it's the player's fault, but it's worrisome for the club that one of the shining lights, far away the best, has suddenly gone cold, literally and figuratively.
And that's a good thing about Chelsea. One supposedly bright footballer doesn't find the back of the net. Another does, and that's in what's his name? Cucurella. Cucurella's been getting the job done.
Cucurella, your left back.
Our left back, yes.
Getting the job done. Gareth Bale was the left back, remember, before he became an attacker. Take what you have, and it does.
Is that it's down Chelsea, so it's down to the coaching.
Okay.
But nobody sees that. All they see is the man has qualified, and you're talking about losing at home. Big deal. That's how a manager improves a player.
There's any that Maresca was one of the best players in Europe in Spain.
In what?
In the European Champions, one of the best players. If I was the most outstanding left back,
we're talking club football here, not national team.
So he transferred that from
at Chelsea. He was crap. He was crap until Maresca came.
No, it's what he did in Europe that lifted his game.
It's not what he.
It's what he did.
Does Spain play the same way Chelsea does?
No.
Do they have the same manager?
But he improved himself. Is all his own hard work.
Is Bruno not doing well at Portugal?
No.
This guy.
Don't be using even Femi don't feel joy. He goes, this one when the elephants are fighting and the sun moves out.
Mr. Charles and Mr. Shege, people always leave me in stitches, to be honest. Your banter, your squabble, your basketballs, or even on Monday Night Football, is always very, very, very hilarious. I love it a lot. Even if people can do social media, it will be very, very, very awesome. Honestly, I love it too. People are the best. Mr. Shege and Mr. Tat's combination is a basketball something. Respect.
All right, thank you.
The only way this will be good is if that fight happens. If the fight happens, it will be good. The fans will get something to come and watch. Good morning, sirs. When Femi was shouting, I was shouting it with him. Everybody on the road just they look at me. Those takes by Uncle Shegun were very hilarious. There's no way on the planet Everton or Wolves have better players than Manchester United. Amorim took over when United were 4 points off the top 4, but now they are wallowing in 13th place. Moyes and Victor have both improved their teams. Paulo Francesca took charge of Lyon after the January transfer window. He hasn't signed anybody. Look at how those guys were playing, but no, he needs to get his players.
Well, Man United is 14th now, but when Amorim took over, they were 11th. Okay,
4 points away from.
That's progression.
Well, whatever. We're not going to get relegated, so that's a major thing.
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Oshego. Good morning, Femi Faroe.
Morning, Jason. How are you?
I'm fine. Sorry, I just stormed. I just came into my room now. I heard you guys talking about a fight. I have heard Femi talking about a fight. Sorry, I bet that a fight between Kushogo and Charlie. Now
Not gonna happen. No, move on. No.
Me, I don't sanction them. As I day here, I don't sanction them.
You don't say Charlie. You don't get senior brother for us now. So
I don't sanction them as I day here now.
In our people know they do those kind of wuru things. Rather, I go pay people when they beat up for me.
I'll pay boys.
I will pay boys. You understand? I live the same thing in your life. Don't they talk to the good like that? I go pay boys when I reach out. So let us not hear your name from his. Let us not hear your name from his mouth again.
At all in your lifetime.
Your lifetime. Even for students, go come in, brother. What do you think? I'm Monday Night Football. In your life.
Hey, nice show, guys. But what's happening to Man U now? What's happening?
Oh, you don't do
What you saw yesterday.
Good morning.
Can you imagine the pain? How did you guys feel yesterday?
Good morning. Good morning.
Who okay, Oladimeji, how are you? Morning.
Mr. Cha, you brought up about Kukurela. Remember Kukurela also to Mario.
Yeah?
Because of the two mistakes he made that time, before Mario now decided not to buy him again. So, because I'm not sure if my head that I think he could have Kukurela. Kukurela maybe from the Euro. That's why he got it.
That's why he picked from. Thank you, Jerry Oladimeji. Pick form from the Euros.
Dalo did not pick form in the Euros.
No. You guys were there. He bought some really paper, especially for Charles.
Waiting concern Man United, man.
Waiting concern you and
concern me.
Waiting concern you and United losing always makes you. It makes you. What's the word? It makes you more viral. You know what I'm saying now. You know.
Right. Okay. On that note. Did you say viral or viral?
Viral.
Okay. It's not football.
Why can't it? Why? Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
On that note, that footballing note.
Sponsoring. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Enjoy Easter Sunday and Easter Monday. Have fun and, we'll be back on Monday by the grace of God.
That's it.
See you then. Ciao, ciao.